Hi guys, it's Sentinel196 here from SentinelROM. Today I'm going to be running you through the brand new SentinelROM version for HTC One M7UL. Now this ROM is compiled from my modified Cyanogen mod code, just like all the other ROMs that I do for other devices. Also compiled with the Linaro toolchain as well for extra performance. So let's jump in and have a look. So wake it up. Now you can see straight away on the lock screen you've got your unlock pattern. Now one of the cool things that you can do here is you can actually configure widgets on the home screen. So you can drag down and then scroll from side to side. You can see there I've got the torch on there, and then calendar, camera also, so you can actually go straight to your camera right from the lock screen without having to unlock, which is really handy. And you can add pretty much any widget that you want there as well. So go in here and unlock it, and then we can add whatever widget we want from the list pretty much. So there we go. So onto the home screen there, you can see it's a pretty standard Cyanogen mod 10.1 home screen. Now you see the modified launcher there as well. We'll jump in and take a look. You've got your standard layout here as well. Now one of the first cool thing that I'll show you is PI controls. So we can scroll up from the bottom there, and you see we've got full PI controls with notifications that show up as well. You can jump to your settings. You can configure this however you want. Now I've got another video up here which I'll link to, which shows you how to actually configure PI controls for each device. So that's a handy little feature there, and you can see from here you can go to system settings, manage apps and wallpaper. Now I've got my own wallpaper app there as well, so a bunch of nice wallpapers that you can choose from as well. And of course you can use the standard wallpaper if you wish as well, whatever you like. So we'll jump into settings. And you've got mostly the standard Cyanogen mod settings within the ROM. So you've got Wi-Fi, Bluetooth. Now in here, NFC isn't working yet. The other thing that isn't working yet is infrared. So you can't use infrared transmitting apps on this ROM yet. Hopefully that will be solved soon though, as soon as the team at Google are able to solve it on the Google Edition ROMs. Hopefully Cyanogen mod will be able to do the same thing. So you've got all your standard settings in there. You can configure your launcher in all the ways you would expect, so grid size, number of home screens, all those kinds of things in there. You can adjust the dock, you can adjust the app drawer as well, change the transition effect. Okay, so moving down on the lock screen, all your standard settings there to configure your lock screen. Themes work as well, you can install themes if you like. Any Cyanogen mod 10.1 theme will work. So under here we've got status bar settings. You can change what kind of battery icon you want, icon styles. You go to quick settings panel, you can configure your quick settings panel from here as well. Change the tiles and layout, add extra options as you wish, switch things on and off. Adjust the power menu to show which things will show up in the power menu. Now the advanced reboot menu is available, and the way you access that is through developer options, advanced reboot. So a lot of people ask about that. It is there, you have to go to developer options to switch it on. Now the other cool thing on HTC One is this advanced tab here. Now you can adjust your vibrate strength there, which is really good. I find the SentinelROM's vibrate is really strong and quite annoying, so I quite like the ability to adjust that. Calibrate your sensors. Now this is really cool here. You can actually enable the upper part of the HTC logo to act as a hardware button. When you enable that, it does stop the PI controls from working though. Only one application can poll that sensor at a time, so that doesn't work with Pi controls, but you can choose one or the other, which is great. Now with the wake method setting as well, you can set your home button to wake the device up, your logo button, which is this one, or you can sweep over the buttons as well to wake it up, which is really handy. Do find that it's quite difficult to kind of reach around and press the power button sometimes, especially if the phone's in a case, so that's a really handy feature there. Under battery, you've got the standard kind of ASOP breakdown telling you exactly what's going on there. So you can see there we've got 7 hours and 51 minutes of usage with 37 minutes of screen time, and also about half an hour worth of calls as well since I charged it, and we're only down to 80% battery, so that's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. Under display, all your standard things, brightness, wallpaper, Daydream is there also. You can switch off the screen animation as well, which is really handy. A lot of people don't like that animation when it shuts down, so you can switch that off. That. And we can also have the volume rocker to wake up the device from there as well. So, volume button wakes up. Excellent. I'll switch that off again for now. Now under sound, we've got adjustments for all the standard things. We've also got the quiet hours in there as well, so you can automatically set the phone to shut up when you're asleep without having to think about it. You're not going to wake up, which I find is really, really good, because my wife gets really pissed off when my phone goes off in the middle of the night and wakes her up. And you can choose how you want that to behave as well. So you can disable notification lights, disable vibration, haptic feedback, and mute notifications, all from in there. What else have we got? All the standard kind of features in there. Now, while we're on the subject of sound, this ROM doesn't include the Beats audio, but I find the Beats audio thing, like, it works great through headphones, but it doesn't give you any options to actually configure your sound at all. So what we've got is the DSP manager, and this actually gives you a full graphic equalizer, which you can configure for a headset, the internal speaker, or Bluetooth. Now, what that means is that you can actually enable the equalizer, and you can adjust your frequencies like that. So if you are a bass head, you can crank your bass up and then bring everything else down, bring your treble up. So it gives the audio files a bit of stuff to play with there, which is great. And you can also set up different effects as well, so like a studio effect, a room effect, large hall, stage, pretty much anything you can imagine. So I actually really prefer this to the Beats audio that comes with the standard SentinelROM, but it really just depends on what you prefer personally. So that is pretty much all there is for settings to run you through. Now let's have a quick look at the widgets that are available. I've got a couple of things installed here. So all your standard CyanogenMod widgets, including the new clock one as well. The ROM does also include, under security, the new privacy guard option as well, which is new to CyanogenMod. So that's really, really handy if you're worried about your apps giving away information and that kind of thing, which is great. So if we scroll down to the bottom under performance, we can manage our processor governor and clock speed. Now this kernel that I include isn't overclockable, but if you install a custom kernel which is overclockable, that all works straight away, and you can set it to on boot as well. And you can change your governors. Here I generally use interactive, which is the default, but you can change it to whatever you want. Just got an email there from XDA developers. So yeah, and you can see in here you've got your quick settings menu, and you can configure all of your controls here as well, so you can set up whatever you want to be in that bar. And I think that is about it. So yeah, thanks for watching guys, and I really hope you enjoy SentinelROM for the HTC One. See you next time.